Okay, going to talk about how many different ways there are to grip a club, but to start with, I just want you to rest your arms by your sides, just see where your hands naturally hang. So mine hang a little bit this way, so for my grip, my hands do get a little bit over, so my right hand gets a bit too far over, my left hand gets a bit too far over. That's what happens when I don't pay attention to the grip over time. So if someone's hands naturally rest a bit more like this, it's going to be a bit easier for that person to get their hands under the club. And likewise, someone who's over, they're going to make it a lot easier to get their hands over. So it's not necessarily a perfect way for those two different people to go to the same grip, but they're just going to be factors that naturally feed into what you do. So most of the people's grips that I've changed, it's normally been changing the grip without changing the grip. If someone specifically asks about the grip or they're a beginner, then yeah, they need a bit of direction and you need to give them somewhere to start. Sometimes it's people's posture. Someone's really slouched down, their hands can get underneath the club a bit too easily, and then someone might try and change their grip, but their posture is still bad. So if you get their posture in a good place, their hands have to move around the club as they get higher, and a lot of more freedom in the body and things with good posture is a lot better than just changing the grip, because fundamentally those sorts of things need to change. So yeah, so I did like 180 odd lessons and I changed two people's grips, I think, 2 or 3. And that was at the golf show, and that's because they specifically asked, or they really had a bad grip because they simply didn't know what to do. Beginner. But hopefully this gives you an idea of what else is out there. By all means, try things. If it doesn't work, go back to your bench line grip. Your bench line, here's my thumb here, I have my thumb here every time, that's what's good. Try something else. If it doesn't work, go back. If you're coming into lots of competitions and you want to keep yourself consistent, put your thumbs in the same place and work on targets. So let's talk about how you hold a golf club. You want to get both hands on the grip, and if you have the right grip, you're going to have nice even distribution of pressure through the hands. If you've got more pressure on one hand than another, you're going to get blisters and things that develop over time, and you're going to get grips that wear out quicker where your thumb is and things like that. So if you grip it too tight, that's not ideal. I'd recommend, a lighter grip pressure. All I'm trying to do is get my thumb straight down with my left hand and my thumb straight down with my right hand, and that's my go-to place when I'm having problems with the grip. I saw Lee Westwood doing that basically, and I know that every tour player has a different grip. There's no wrong way of doing it, there's no right way of doing it necessarily. If your hand gets further round this way, it's going to be easier to shut the face down, it's going to be easier to get the club over. If your hands are more over this way and weaker, it's going to be easier to keep the face open through impact. So your grip can affect the direction of the golf ball. A grip you'll quite often see is a baseball grip where both hands are on the club and they slide together that way. That's what I would call a baseball grip. There's no interlocking, they're just butted up against each other and touching. Interlock is where these fingers overlap, and that's been very successful for a lot of golfers for a lot of years. I personally use that one, but I have had problems recently with that finger digging into the knuckle, so I've been exploring different grips. Overlap is where this finger goes over the top and just rests on top with your little finger there. And reverse overlap, something you will see Spieth do, is where this finger overlaps the other grip. So have a go with all of them, see how you get on. Drop any comments in if you want some help with your grip. Thumb straight down, that's where I am. Trying to get my hands as close together as possible. When you have a good round of golf, make a note of where your thumbs are on the grip, because when you have a bad day, if your thumbs are in the same place, then it's probably something else that's going on in your swing that's causing the problems. For me, I like to get my thumbs straight down. Someone else might have them in a completely different position on a good day. And if you look at all the tour players, every tour player has a different grip. There's not one grip that is the ultimate grip for everyone. So it is a bit of a sensitive subject for some, because a lot of the times a lot of people go straight to the grip to change things when there could be fundamental things going wrong elsewhere in the swing. But yeah, hopefully this helps. Drop any comments if you're not sure on anything. See you on the next video.